Our first inductee is Lieutenant General Roger G. Thompson, Jr. of the United States Army. He graduated from the United States Military Academy in 1966 and served the United States Army for 34 years. He commanded firing batteries in Fort Hood, Texas, and in command during the Vietnam War. After being an Army Transportation Logistics Officer, he served 4 years in key financial management and logistics staff leader positions in the Army's 7 Corps. He then served in the Army Headquarters staff in the Pentagon and commanded the Army Port Battalion in North Charleston, South Carolina. He became Staff Chief of Logistics, 3rd Infantry Division, then commander of the 37th Transportation Group, supporting over 200,000 military members and their families. His command successfully deployed over 70,000 troops to and from Army Europe to combat during Operation Desert Storm. He was promoted to Brigadier General in 1991 and was selected for command of the Army Military Traffic Command. He completed his career as Deputy Commander of the United States Transportation Command. He retired in 2000 and became the Vice President for Operations of the International Nonprofit Association of the U.S. Army. He is a life member of the National Defense Transport Association, the United States Army Warrant Officer Association, and the Association of the U.S. Army. Ladies and gentlemen, Lieutenant General Roger G. Thompson. Our second inductee is Lieutenant Colonel Larry Dandridge. He is a Vietnam-era wounded warrior, a combat 100% disabled veteran, an ex-Army enlisted infantryman, an ex-warrant officer, attack helicopter pilot, and a retired Army lieutenant colonel. He served in the U.S. Army for 24 years, receiving many and multiple awards, including Legion of Merit, Purple Heart, Vietnamese Cross of Gallantry, German Silver Cross, the Joint Meritorious Service Medal, 5 Meritorious Service Medals, and 15 Combat Air Medals. He is also retired Aerospace Industry Regional Manager and retired highly praised police officer. He founded and was the CEO and board chairman of the most successful hospice in Missouri for 10 years. He is the current senior writer and editor with Tigers, Vikings, and Vipers Publishing, LLC, and a strong advocate and volunteer for military members, veterans, their families, survivors, and caregivers. Larry serves the Lowcountry as a State of South Carolina VA American Legion trained past volunteer veteran service officer and the Association of the United States Army Coast South Carolina Chapter Vice President for Veterans and Retirees Affairs. He is a patient and family-centered care instructor and advisor at the Ralph H. Johnson VA Medical Center. He writes a widely acclaimed column for the Lowcountry Island News on veterans and military benefits, leadership, hospice, aeronautics, and information about law enforcement. Ladies and gentlemen, Lieutenant Colonel Larry Dandridge. Ladies and gentlemen, can we give our 2 new Hall of Honor inductees a big round of applause?